listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, aka Miss Spear, for collaborating back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, I'm welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. Now, my ninjas, I know some of you guys thought you were gonna have a peaceful Saturday. I mean, if you're in Skhothen, it's the weather is so nice. You can be in your blanket. I'm sure you're not even at work. It's December. You can watch movies. But how are we supposed to do that when Skhothen is acting like a damn fool in the streets? How are we supposed to do that? Now, anyway, I know that I've not said this in a very long time, but let me go ahead and tell you guys that do not know me. I will not act a fool for free. I refuse to act a fool for free. I will act a fool on YouTube for shmoney, but never elsewhere for free, because I am not a fool. It's only a fool that acts a fool for free, and that's my personal opinion, of course. Now, I feel like I do need to reintroduce myself, especially for people that are coming from Twitter, because some of you guys do not know who I am. So my name is Owamie very proud of it. You understand? We're still going to get into that, but I thought I should go ahead and introduce you guys to me. You don't have to be scrolling to check where am I from. I am from Venda. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this issue that is involving Skhotheni, Dominic, and also Phiwe. However, I'm not really going to talk much on Phiwe because I feel like this is irrelevant to him, what I'm about to talk about. I'm gonna focus on Skhotheni, and I'm also going to focus on Dominic. Now, Dominic and Skhotheni, they both have over 1 million followers on TikTok, so these are big TikTokers, right? And also, Skhotheni has a podcast wherein she talks to different people. She talks about different stuff. Now, she recently had a video which was obviously her and Phiwe, and Phiwe asked a question about Dominic, and so Skhotheni actually now had to say how she feels. Now, she felt that Dominic would be doing things too much. I'm paraphrasing here, and she did not agree with how he gets people. I mean, sorry, I don't want to misgender her. So if I say he, trust and believe that is by mistake. I do identify Dominic as a she because that's what or how she would love to be addressed. In my personal opinion, I did see a video of her saying that Skhothen is misgendering her purposefully. So it means that he, that whatever, that's a misgender to her. So I'll do my best. So if maybe this way I say it's by mistake, but I do identify her as a she because of that's how she wants to be identified. And I'm not even arguing with anybody about this. You can go argue with your grandmother in your toes. I am not part of that gang that maybe some of you guys out there are. You understand? But anyway, then Skhothen basically spoke about how, she was not, okay, or rather did not agree with how Dominic handles situations. There is an issue that had actually happened where Dominic saw a school child. He's very young, and the child basically made a video and yes, spoke things about Dominic that I felt those were the child's opinions. And Dominic came out and said that, she was demanding 45,000 rands because of that child ended up advertising a brand at the end of the video. So she feels the child used her name to promote and, put the brands and whatever, which I disagree with that. If you are on TikTok, you know that I even spoke about that. I was like, I don't see it, I don't see her having a case with this and stuff like that. And that was it. Now, I did see that some people actually had an issue when I posted this video. I've been watching this whole Dominic and Skhotheni thing, and I have to say, Skhotheni, what the hell, she's being very disrespectful now. You went on your podcast, you gave your opinion about what you thought. Okay, sharp. Now, you're going live, calling her, and that this, and that this, and this, and that. I know, man. No. And I think one of the saddest parts is the fact that I've seen Dominic on Skhotheni's podcast. Like, even if you chose not to give her respect, Can you at least respect for the fact that she's someone that has actually been a guest to you, someone that has sat with you? And I feel her, Shem, she's now just doing too much. She's now just doing too much. And like, we can all be adults, Shem. We can all be adults. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Skhothen is taking it too far, and she's being very disrespectful now. Now, let me tell you guys why I posted that video. Skhothen is a very disrespectful person. I did not stutter. I will not take it back. It was not a mistake. I'm saying it with my full trust, and she literally even just proved it after Dominic, the whole thing, during this whole thing with Dominic towards me. You understand? But unlike Dominic, I'm not going to block you, Skhothen. I will not block you. I will address you, and trust and believe. Maybe you're the one that will do the blocking. But if any day you go and check my TikTok, you'll find that you're still there. I saw that you commented it this morning, but I don't give a damn, and I will not block you. Do you get? That's me. You get? Okay. So I said that Skhothen is disrespectful. If you watched that video, you will see that I never insulted Skhothen. Please tell me where I insulted her. I never insulted Skhothen. Where? The reason why I even did that video, as I was saying, was because there was this video that I came across on TikTok.
Bye. Kita hle o santa bele re kitse. Dominic mo life le maka. Le maka lona. Re bali. Okay. Nika mthaba. Face ya ntate bhloko guys. Ya ka re. Le scan diela. Face ya motho wa ntate. Face motho o salang la ka para eng ke ntate ne ke a tshaba jo na jo na ke a tshaba jo ko la sa shape ka face ha ka ntula mo ke kwalile ke shwele yo ke tla ema jwang ke pancha bibi ele ko bo na ke a tshaba o salang jo na ke a tshaba le sane tla be le re nna ke itse ke sa tsho na ke a tshaba hleng batho ne ba ntswetse ke a tshaba ke le kwala hampe ene kampe re sa qabana kampe nna le na ga tsaba ba na le tšhelete bile kampe ra tsa mona tsena ra kwana re lo reka mmili ena ya rena yena le nna ke lo reka ke lo reka ba no ntsona le mo ke sa emang hantle teng diphaka tsa ka nkare ke bomme ba pheyang letswai diphaka tsa ka.
Now, as I said, for me, and remember, this is my opinion, I felt she was very disrespectful. I was not the only one, because that video has over 100,000 views, and there are many people that did agree that she's disrespectful, as much as there were other people that felt no. And what I saw commonly was that no, but Dominic also does this and this, Dominic does that and that. But it wasn't a lot of people that were refusing to say that she's not disrespectful. So you do agree with me. You just have reasons to accept why she's being disrespectful. But nobody, from what I saw, I didn't see people saying, no, she's not disrespectful. Because the disrespect is in front of everybody's face. And I will not even reduce myself to a level of me having to explain to you guys why what she was saying in that video was disrespectful. And she was also lying, in my personal opinion. Let me tell you why I felt she was lying. She was claiming that she was afraid of Dominic's face because Dominic is a man. Right? Okay, sharp. She then went on to go live with her husband. I don't know if that's her husband, his soon-to-be ex-husband or whatever, but I would just assume that that is her husband. She went on to go live with her husband and talking about this same Dominic issue. If you were really afraid of a man's face, wouldn't you be more afraid of a man that actually you up? Shouldn't you be more afraid of that man than a man that is on the internet and not even in front of you? Between Dominic and your husband's face, which one has traumatized you more? If you do have trauma from Dominic, I'm asking. I gotta know. So you are afraid of a man's face that is on a screen, that has never touched you, that I didn't even hear threaten you. Maybe that happened because, guys, let me tell you something. These people are not like just posting videos where you can go and watch the whole video and have the full information. They go live. So you will get to see snippets of these lives that people have screenshotted and actually posted. I do accept when it comes to that. But I was very much surprised. How are you out here claiming that you are trauma, like, you know, this face will traumatize you, but the face of a man that you have come on the internet multiple times, bruises and all, telling us that this man has been clapperizing you, but you're not afraid of that face. We're not kids, we're Skhothen. We're not children. We are not children. Me personally, I am not a child. I am not a child. So I'm not one that you're gonna come out here and speak and do whatever, and maybe we're gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Skhothen is talking. Oh my God. No, it doesn't work that way. Not here, darling. No, it doesn't work that way. But anyway, again, I did see some people asking, why when are you getting involved? This is a matter of the public. This is an issue that came to the public. The moment things come to the public, they belong to all of us. So if you choose, you want to comment the same way that you might even comment rubbish under this video, it's your right, because I brought this issue to the public. If you are disrespectful, I might block you if I want to. But you are also commenting on this and how would say any, because it has been brought to the public. It's now a public matter. Do you understand? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into her response to the video that I made where I was saying that she is disrespectful, being disrespectful towards me. I'm not really going to touch too much on what she was saying about Dominic, because we have all seen that anytime that she's taking jabs at Dominic, and she's taking jabs being homophobic. And that is my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. And before we even get into this, I also am not someone that agrees with how Dominic chooses to go about things. I do feel like she has also abused the word homophobic, because almost every single thing is, oh, homophobic, homophobic. I do feel like she has really abused the word. However, this particular time, Skhoteni is being homophobic. Is being homophobic. And just because I disagree with Skhoteni now, it does not mean that I have got some negative feelings towards you. I don't do beefs. I do chicken. I don't, like, who are you for me to have negative feelings towards you? Mdari, oh, this one just doesn't like me. Why would I not like you? Who are you for me to not like? Why do you think you're that important in people's life, where people would actually take their own time and their sweet emotions and channel them towards you as a particular person? You're not that important, sweetie. You are not. So stop walking around thinking that you matter in people's lives. You don't. My life especially, you do not matter, Shem. You don't. But anyway, go ahead and watch this, and I'm about to address this Chende.
I'm Solelo, Mama. She's been making videos about me and I don't respond to that. Leona ang papel.
Mzala.
Ang papel.
Asi mzala mame.
Ang papel.
Asimelele live yango for asibeka amabhombu mzala.
Yabona mhlazana upresident athi anyeka sathatha ama foreigner mele ube ne paperwork. Owamie mele ayenze sure ukuthi una paperwork because she looks like one of them. I thought she is. She better not. Anginandaba nama-video hleza wayenza la angangiphapheni. Hleza ama-video ngami, I don't respond because I understand I'm in the public eye, and ezinye izindaba vele yimo oziletha la emehlweni akhulume ngazo. Le nje angiphapheni. Enze sure ukuthi une paperwork. Lo siso hamba cosha abantu lapha esowethu akamhlangabeze nje ambashe. Wakupvela.
No, mina I saw the video yabona. Angimazi umzala ukuthi wakuphi sazana la ku TikTok yabo. Angimazi. So sazana lana like content creators. So ngibonile nami video ngathi ngazidlulela. Yabona? Because abanye abantu I think lento sebayenza ibe personally more than the actual thing eyenzakalayo.
Yes, ebanenkinga nami. It's okay ukuthi ube nenkinga nami,
Yes.
but don't now make it ngenkinga ya Dominic. Iba nenkinga ngami wena. Usho ukuthi
Straight.
angimthandi le sangoma, si everywhere, si Febe, si fake, si asazi sifunani, si yonke indawo sithwele ngengane yakhe. It's okay. I won't retaliate. I won't retaliate. But don't come here and lie under my name. You can say that because that's what you see about me. It's fine. But this one, I'm not gonna let go.
Phambili.
I'm not gonna let go. And a laying of 4, I'm not, after laying of 4, I'm not gonna respond to him. Hey, yabo angisazi ngithini. Hayi. Ayizi. Makuthi nathi mele sivusa botiko leshu bethu asibavuseni. Bathini bona?
Now, you know one thing about me is that I am a very intelligent woman. I can be able to argue with you without necessarily having to hit you under the belt or anything. But I will address a few things with the stuff that Skhotheni is actually saying. Lala, you're not a child anymore. If what Google said to me is the truth, you are 32 and you're turning 33 in less than 3 months. You are not a baby. I'm 34. I'm 34. Now, for me, obviously, the first thing that she said was salkwazi, which means like a gran. I don't know. It's a very insultive way of even calling an old or an older person. You understand? So she felt that she was going to address me with that. I don't know if maybe you looked at me and you thought I was a lot older. But no, I actually am not. I'm just more intelligent. I'm just more intelligent. I know that a lot of people actually put intelligence and they also put age in the same place. Some of us are actually blessed by God. I'm not that older from you. I'm not even 2 years older than you. So if I'm Skhokwazi, you're also Skhokwazi, my baby. But anyway, what I want to say here is that now you can call me Skhokwazi, you can call me Gogo. Actually, you should call me Koko. The one that is even older than a Gogo. Because speak it into existence. I want to reach there. Let's not act and make it seem like aging is not a blessing. Let's not do that. Aging is a blessing. For me to be 34 years old, that is a huge blessing. You know why? Not many people reach the age of 34. You know. Not everyone. Well, let me not many, but a lot of people don't. But not everyone reaches the age of 34. You know that. Or not everyone reaches this age. I am personally not going to live my life in shame, or I'm going to live my life in hiding, because God is blessing me with more life, with more days, with more years. You must be stupid. That's the first thing that I'm going to say to you. You must really be a very dumb person to think that actually a blessing that is of age, a blessing that even people from back then in the Bible would pray for long life. You come here and you think you can shame me, my age, the days that God has given me. So as we're getting older, what should we do? Because you're also getting older. As I'm saying, in less than 3 months, if what Google said is the truth, you're turning 33. You're not aging backwards, most. So people that actually try to age shame, I never ever understand. It shows how dumb you really are. Because you're older than you were yesterday. You literally are already older than you were when you were making that stupid video or that stupid live. You're older. Like you're a few hours or a few minutes older than where you were when you were talking. So why would you even try? But it shows how low your IQ is. You vibrate so low. That's number one. I'm not going to get into this because, as I've said, you cannot age shame Owamie. I'm 34 years old. You can call me Gogo. You can call me Koko. You can call me Salkwazi. Let's please speak it into the universe so that God is like, oh, wow, yeah, she definitely needs to be a Koko. I pray to God that I live past 100. It's not an insult. Aging is a blessing. So you cannot, like, Bona, there. Let's move on. The second thing that we're going to talk about here is that she was now talking about I look like a foreigner. And let me tell you something. She was not saying it in a positive way. I don't care if you're going to be out here, you're going to either act dumb or you really are dumb if you thought that that was being said in a positive light. But let me tell you another thing. You also cannot come for me with my looks. That's number one. Or I look like a foreigner, it's actually a compliment for me. It's nothing actually really. It's not an insult, but I do feel that it's a compliment because let me tell you something. It does actually, how can I say, support. It actually like, I'm looking for a word that I can't get, but it proves my originality. I know I speak English a lot, and that is because my followers are not only just vendors. I have a lot of people that follow me, both nationally, internationally, from different countries. I know a lot of people follow me. I know a lot of people love my content. If you are someone that watches me, you will know that I'm very big on inclusivity. Even if I have a guest and they're trying to speak Venek, they're trying to speak like one of the languages in South Africa, I would try to always steer to say, let's use English, because I'm trying to include every single person, both Africans and those that are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's because I just love inclusivity. That is it. If not, I was gonna be here in Chikamba Chivenda, Tubali wana lingwe. Wara atichishawi, atichisho Chivenda nicha ashini muvenda. Okay, I'm Venda. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. Everybody knows this. If you go to my Instagram, you'll even see my surname. If you are someone that has got 2 cells in your brain, you would know. Okay, so vendors, our origin, we do originate from Congo. I know some of you guys did not know this, but let me school you a bit. We also are part of Bakaranga, so you know, people from Zim as well. Those are my ancestors. If they were to go all the way back, our lineage, it actually comes from Congo. You should research this. And even Zim. So if I look like a foreigner, it means I must take after one of my ancestors. How is that an insult? How is that an insult? How? You thought you ate dust because we are papa. We are papa. That's it. So even if, how many times, guys, have people actually said, oh my gosh, I thought you was from Zim. And I'm like, oh no, I'm South African. Oh, I thought you are a Nigerian. I usually get Nigeria and Zim. Most people will say this, that you don't look South African. There's nothing wrong with that. 1,000%. I don't even see that as an insult. The reason why I'm even addressing this is because you thought you ate and you didn't. You cannot come out here and talk about something that people say almost all the time. But you know what people also always say? You're so beautiful. And I love that because I am. Period. So me looking like a foreigner, if that lady Bati that kicks foreigners away, or the president needs papers, the president can come and I'll give them my papers and it's done. What's wrong with that? You're trying to protect your country and get, because when you look South African, so you must be South African. So if you want to protect your country, it's okay. And let me tell you something. Being a foreigner is not as big of an insult as you think. The moment you step out of South Africa, even if you're there by Lesotho, you're a foreigner in Lesotho. The moment you step out of South Africa, if you go to Congo, Nigeria, Zim, you are a foreigner there. So how is that an insult? How? Why did you try to think that you ate when you didn't? But I am seeing you, and I'm seeing the things you say, and I'm seeing the way you speak about it. You have a mannerism about you that literally just is not it at all. And you are not the brightest. You really are not, Shem. I'm going to say it. You're not as smart, hey? You really aren't. You have a lot of followers, but you is not that smart, Boo. And that's my opinion, of course. Now let's go ahead and address another thing. What else was she talking about? Okay, she said I look like a foreigner. She spoke about the age thing, the Salgwazi. And then she spoke about what? What else did she talk about? Okay, she spoke about how I always make videos. I don't always make videos about you. I only talk about you when you're trending, which it's never about your work majority of the time. That should show the type of person you are. If you are trending, it's some one nonsense drama, like BBL, or you are acting a fool doing one thing or another. You are saying this about people and that. You are this and that and that. I don't see you trend for your work, which is being a fake sangoma, a scammer, in my opinion. And let me tell you why I'm saying this. Because now I'm not going to just say something, I'm going to support it. This person we are talking about claims to be a sangoma. She even calls herself Gogo Skhothen, which is why if you have seen, I've not actually called her any Gogo when nonsense. What? No, I can't. Because how are you a sangoma, right? But you have gone to a podcast and you have actually openly spoken about how Muti does not exist. These things are fake. Just summarizing what she was saying. It's because you failed as a sangoma. You thought that people maybe were going to stop going to other sangomas, that I'm not going to bring other people here that have been shying you 9-9. They train for their work and not for nonsense like this. You couldn't do it. Anyone that still goes to you as a sangoma, I would literally say it's either it's a person maybe that does not know anything about social media, or they have not seen the foolishness that you go around doing and the things that you have said. And if there's one thing about me, if I had ever consulted you, and I had proof of it, I was going to sue you. And I was going to want so much money. Because number one, it means you scammed people. You are not a sangoma that was not giving people muti. So how is it that you would give people muti that you don't believe exists or it works? So what are you saying? Because no one is going to come out here and pay you a lot of money in order for you to give them muti that you as a sangoma don't believe it works. How is that possible? That's why I'm not even going to disrespect other sangomas by calling you a gogo or a sangoma, because that one is irrelevant. Or the last thing that I was also going to talk about here is that she goes on to talk about ukuthwala ngengane yakhe, which means to sacrifice her child. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I know for a fact every single person know that I never made a single cent when it came to her child's passing. I respected her enough. There's not a single video that you're gonna get of me on my YouTube channel that I actually spoke about the passing of a child. I understand that I've made videos about Skhothen. There's a lot of stuff that, yes, I do disagree with, because it's like, she's always a mess in my opinion, you understand? And I didn't want that thing of people will be like, oh, so now you're using her child's passing to make money or whatever. I stayed away from the subject completely. I've never spoken about the passing of a child, which may he rest in peace. I don't believe that any parent deserves to go through that pain. The time that the child passed away, before it was even broken to the public, I already got alerts and I never even made a video, because I understood that I need to respect her and her privacy at this time. So one thing about me that you can never lie about is my ethic when it comes to my job. Okay? So if when you want to call yourself a Phiwe, you can. Don't put it on me. Do not put it on me. Do not put it on me. If you want to say that when you sacrificed your child, I never said anything like that. So please don't talk about gender like that, especially around my name, because I've never ever said anything like that. Because someone watching that live, they will think that maybe that's where I've called her as Phiwe. That's where I've actually spoken about sacrificing her child. That's why I've spoken about the stuff that she was talking about there. Who, my darling? Not me. Not me. Not me. So you literally just went on and showed your ass. You literally proved what I was saying, that you are disrespectful. You can address someone without being disrespectful. And unfortunately with you, I'm someone that is so confident in myself. It's not a lot of stuff that you can say about me or to me that I'm going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, they called me old. Aging is a blessing. It's a blessing. Oh, you look like a foreigner. I am a foreigner with a South African ID. My ancestors are foreigners. My origin, where is it from? You should go and also do investigation. If you are a Zulu, where are your foreigners, your ancestors from? You should go and do that. Now, this other last thing that she was talking about, I feel like in Umbeto or West, because you cannot come out here and talk about things and counting things that somebody never said about you. That is it, shame. I don't even want to lie. But one other thing that I will say is that I'm not going to play the whole life. Obviously, I wanted to play the part where she was talking about me, but she did go on. I'll see if I can get it. And she was talking about her tokolo. She hate this and this. She will go and talk to her tokoloshi or whatever. That was not necessarily coming to me. I don't think so. But the biggest question that I would have is that you did say that muti does not work, basically. So, but the tokoloshis work. And if the tokoloshis were working, why couldn't they come and BBL you? You had to fly to take. Because if they are working, they better be working in every aspect. The same thing that she's now doing and claiming that Dominic is doing is what I personally feel like she's now trying to do. There are people that won't talk about Dominic because they're afraid they will lose their job. Now some people should be afraid to talk about Skhothen because she will unleash a tokoloshe sayi when ungazosibhedlela. Do not. And one thing about me, ngiyakhona ukukhuluma nesiZulu nje, ngiyakuzwa kahle nje. Yebo angumZulu vele kodwa mase uthi sikhulume ngakhuluma nawe. I can. So, don't. What you are doing, in my personal opinion, is the fact that she's trying to evoke emotions from people. So she talks about how people are struggling to feed their families. Who's not struggling to feed their families? We all are. You don't see us working day and night. We're all struggling. A lot of us anyway, not everyone, I know that, but a lot of us are. If you have a problem with Dominic, address Dominic. Don't try to now also use other things on the side, because please, you cannot tell me that she was not waiting for this. And mind you guys, Dominic has actually gone to Skhotheni's podcast before. Skhotheni has sat on the same chair with Dominic and laughing and everything like that. Yet today, that's when you now decide to come out and actually say your true feelings, right? And let me tell you something, she has a track record of this. Sian Bougie went to her chair, sat there and spoke to her. After that, she was also very disrespectful to her son. You have a track record. It's either you are a gwala, you are unable to tell people to their face what you really think of them, or you are a fake. You fake with people, though you have got certain feelings, you leave them there, you fake it, and then they leave, and then some time after that, you will now come out and say your true feelings. So it's either one. And as I leave, the tokoloshis you were talking about, please go tell them to go fetch you a higher IQ. Because for me, personally, that IQ of yours is not it, sis. You cannot say you've got high IQ yet you lack emotional intelligence. Because your emotional intelligence, in my opinion, is so low. Your vibration is so low. I do actually believe you when you talk about, hey, Muti doesn't work, what. When it comes from you. Because I really don't believe you can be someone that answers to a higher power, you understand, and still act the way that you do. I really don't. I don't think Ukuti, Amadlos have anything to do with you. That's my opinion. Because why are they not guiding you? You're forever trending for nonsense. You are you're just a gossiper like us, Nje. In my opinion, Nje is fun. Well, as fun because I'm not a scammer. I don't take people's money, promising one thing and then I don't do that. You came out to defend yourself of the fact that I said you're disrespectful, being disrespectful. If you looked at the original video that I actually posted, which I did in the beginning, you will see that I never said anything insultive towards her. Saying you're disrespectful is not an insult. It's my opinion about you. The same way that you were able to say what you said about Dominic in your podcast, and I didn't even watch the full thing. I did watch the clip, and I was quiet about it. It was only when I started seeing the lives when she was even having paper wrapped on her fingers, acting like those are Dominic's nails. I don't know, because that's what I saw in the comment section, people saying that she was acting like it's Dominic. You looked too excited. You looked too excited. It was almost like, yeah, I've gotten her, which is horrible. Which is horrible. And remember, where's Skhotheni? It's not you that only has a sharp mouth. Even now, I held back a lot because I am emotionally intelligent. But if you want to take it there, let's go, okay, Lala. Let's go. Ang iksabi, as I'm saying. I'm not afraid of you. The reason why I am not even saying things that I easily could have with a sharp mouth is because I am emotionally intelligent to know and understand that there are other people that I could also hurt talking to you. And that's nothing that I ever want to do. So relax. You're not a queen of anything. You are not a queen of sharp mouth. You're not a queen of strat mating. Anybody can be disrespectful because disrespect is free. Nobody has to go and buy being disrespectful. We can all disrespect, but have self-respect. When your clients see you acting like that, what do they say? The people, but anyway, I'm sure maybe that's why you don't even care at this point. that's why you're a DJ now. I don't see her career as a sangoma going as well, because even in that live she was talking about bookings of gigs and things like that, not what she came into the scenes as a go-go being. I have never heard her boasting Uri. She has got so many clients. Well, anyway, I don't follow her chende, but you could say that, you know, I'm a go-go, clients are coming or whatever. I don't hear that. But of course, you'll talk about DJing, which I do hope that it goes well for you. I do hope that that is your actual calling, because I don't think that being a sangoma is. Be guided. Be guided. Because what you're doing, you're literally showing you're behind. And if anyone that will sit here and talk about, oh, you know, now I don't see the disrespect from Skhotheni, from the Dominic situation, and also to the situation with me where she tried, but with me you can't be, Lala. You really honestly cannot be, because now I'm not that type. And again, as I said, you're turning 33 in less than 3 months. I'm 34. I am older than you. You should address me as ma'am. Or Gogo or Coco. Actually, Gogo, I don't like it. Coco. So that I live to become a great grandmother. Nonsense. But anyway, stop being homophobic. And I will live with this. My issue is not Skhotheni thinking what Dominic is doing is wrong. Everyone has the right to have their own opinion. The same way that I addressed when I was talking about how I felt she was wrong when it came to that child's issue. My issue with Skhotheni was, why are you being out here and being disrespectful? You can be able to talk to people and keep the respect, especially if someone didn't come and disrespect you to that level. There's a level where if you disrespect me, I will also disrespect you at your level. I must meet you where you at. If you're going down, we meet under hell. If you're going up, we'll meet in the clouds. Like, there is no way. There's levels to these things, but only intelligent people get to know that. If you're not as intelligent, you won't understand. That's why there's a saying, bringing a gun to a night fight. I really honestly didn't. She was being very disrespectful. She was disrespectful to Dominic. She tried to be disrespectful to me, but I ain't the one. I am not the one. And as for age, we're in the same boat. Same boat. Literally. I was born 1990, you were born 1992. Under 2 years. Because your birthday is March, if Google is right. My birthday is July. So I'm only 1 year and a few months older than you. And in the same live, she was actually talking about how, you know, she's not old. Why are people... Someone, I think, told her something at your age or something. And she was like, just because I gave birth or something like that doesn't mean that I'm old, whatever. And then after that, she goes and jiggers and calls someone that she's not even 2 years younger than Saluk was. Do you understand why the contradiction? Do you understand why I say that you're not really the brightest? Do you understand why I'm actually saying that your IQ is low and you should go and tell your tokologists to go and fetch you a higher IQ, because they cannot just be, you can't just be sending them for nonsense of maybe you're having issues with people on the internet. Actually go and send them for something with sense. Let them fetch a higher IQ because you need it, in my opinion. You couldn't even do a research of a person that you were talking about. You don't even know that I'm Venda. Okay, fine, I give it to you. But you even tried to be xenophobic, because there's a difference between someone saying that, oh, I mean, you look Nigerian. Oh, thank you. Oh, I mean, you look Zimbabwean. Oh, thank you. You look Congo. Thank you. Do you understand? I'm an African, Oksala. So what is so bad about looking like other Africans? My people, we are one. In my opinion, anyway, those are my stance. I am a South African and I'm also an African. So I look like a foreigner. That's okay, because, okay, maybe I even am. Who knows? I'm a foreigner with a South African ID. That's okay. You can't tell me that you know how the past 4 generations where your great-great-great-great-grandfather actually comes from. You might even be talking about that. Let me not even say too much. But one thing that I'm going to go ahead and tell you here is that Asikusabilan. The same way that you're talking so boldly about Dominic, I will talk so boldly about you. And this has nothing to do with Dominic even anymore, because I feel that you are just so disrespectful. It's your character. It's who you are. You are a disrespectful individual. And I don't know, like, people around you don't tell you that you're disrespectful. You lack grace, in my personal opinion. Today, in the same video, she was talking about how now she's married and happy. And I was looking at it, I'm like, where? Is she not the one that was showing smashed phones and bruises from the same person? I don't get it. Can they... From now on, I think I'm going to have to write a letter to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Before somebody actually signs up, they should give them a questionnaire, a test. They write, they assess their IQ level and place them exactly where they are. Because it is getting too difficult for us to have to explain things that are literally right there. Why would you even go there? Now you're opening space for us to have to bring in your situation, because you are not going to come out here and lie to us and claim that you are happy back trap. Rest. If you just want a new career as an entertainment blogger, start it. Rest. Maybe even drop that go-go there. Just be Skhotheni. It's okay. We understand. It didn't go well with the go-go side. In my opinion. Haibo. 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 So we should be here now scared because, oh, Utumi, her voice, oh, Utumi has a disrespect. Disrespect is free. Very much free. And fortunately or unfortunately, you think we've brought all the guns. No, we'll meet you where you are. That's the first level of disrespect. Or second or third. Bring it higher and see me disrespect you more. Ungazosijwayela. Maybe ngikhulume nawe ngesiZulu. Ungazosijwayela. Ungazosijwayela. If you're insecure about your age, because as you were busy fighting when you're not old. You're a 32, almost 33-year-old. You're old. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's God blessing you with days and years and age, and that's great. It's a blessing. So you're trying to project. You think because you have an issue, someone will have an issue. Not everyone has an issue with their age, darling. No, actually, by the time I'm 40, I'll celebrate even more. God is gracious with years. It's not everyone that lives to our age. And when I say our, I mean you and I, because we're old. Both of us. You're not a child anymore. Who lied to you? Who? So you're gonna see a 40. If you are 30, almost 33, and you're calling me a 34-year-old Salukwazi, then what? How do you address someone that is 45? You don't see they're blessed? Why do you look down on foreigners? For you to think you can bring it in as a negative connotation. Why? Because I know a lot of them that are doing way more better than you. So why do you think you're better? Stop. Stop that nonsense. Did you ever sit and think you actually might have followers that are foreigners and how that's going to affect them? Because now it's not going to affect me anyhow. Now I know my roots, Kelala. I'm not dumb. I know my roots. You are going to come out here and say you look like a foreigner. Yes, my ancestors are. Where are you from? Do you know your roots? The same ancestors you claim to have, do you know their roots? Do you even communicate with them? And if you do, why don't they at least advise you? It's a shame what you're doing. It's a shame. We knew traditional healers to be respectable individuals, not this. If you answer to a higher calling, you have to vibrate a little bit higher than us. Yet you are vibrating low, in my opinion. Stop. Stop it. And again, the last thing I will say, disrespect is free. Anybody can dish it. Don't think you're so special, you're up there, because when you freely disrespect people. No. We'll disrespect you and disrespect you higher than that. If you go low, we'll go under the grave. If you go high, we'll go above the clouds. Don't play. Disrespect is free. Anyway, That's all I wanted to say. And I do hope that there won't be any video that I have to do about this. But it seems like she's gonna be going live. We will see, man. I feel like maybe I've said what I can, unless if maybe there's gonna be screenshots that are gonna send me or things that will really piss me off, and then I will come and disrespect you at your level. Sis.